What up, everybody? Let's talk about Corey Kispert, who was on my dearly beloved Washington Wizards, and why Mr. Kispert is such an attractive piece to many NBA teams and will likely be someone that gets mentioned in trade conversations for the next year plus. So Corey Kispert is a shooting guard / small forward who is going into his fourth season in the league. He is 25 years old, played basketball at Gonzaga, and then was drafted by the Wizards in the first round with the 15th overall pick in the 2021 NBA draft. He has career averages of 10.9 points per game, 2.8 rebounds per game, and 1.4 assists per game over 231 career games. So for the most part, he's available. He's played over 74 games each season, and he's a solid shooter. And I think, his percentages aren't at the great level yet, but I think he's getting there. And, has shot basically 39% from three for his career, 48% from the field. And most of the time when you see shooters in the NBA, they're pretty much just spot-up guys. But Corey can also put the ball on the floor a little bit. And he's had some pretty athletic plays. Like, he's had some pretty great dunks, layups, drives to the basket. So on the closeout, he can really, make different moves, and he's not an elite passer, but I think as he eventually grows into his game more and attracts more attention from the defense, he's going to be able to make more, passes that turn into assists. He's just not there yet, and frankly, he's on a team where there isn't a lot of talent to, kind of get those assist numbers. So I think he's on his way to being that piece, and since he's still so young, he's only 25, he has an incredibly high ceiling in my mind, and I wouldn't be surprised if there's, a ton of contending teams that try and want to, go after him and, kind of use him as a piece, either off the bench or in the starting lineup to kind of, make their team whole, right? JJ Redick is a guy I would kind of compare Corey Kispert to, or even like Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. I think Corey Kispert could be a guy like KCP where he's a good shooter, does the little things on the court, plays hard, and is basically just like that glue guy. He's good in the locker room. He's a good teammate, does a lot of things, not off the court, but intangibly that, you need in your locker room and you need on the bench, and you need a guy that's constantly, barking out positivity to his teammates while they're on the court. So he's that guy, and he's got good size. He's 6'7", so even if he's got a smaller, shooting guard guarding him, he's got a little bit of an advantage to kind of shoot over the top. And he's still on his rookie deal. I mean, this is the last year of his rookie deal, so he's only getting paid $5.7 million, which is good for a guy who just had a season where he was averaging, 13 points per game? I think it was 13.4. So he's got potential. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if this season he winds up averaging 16 plus, which I think 16 plus is kind of the marker in the NBA to be this guy is starting material. He is efficient. He's, a good player, right? So I think a lot of teams are, understanding that now and seeing that he has a good basketball IQ and he's still developing. He's a young player in this league. And I'm frankly hoping that the Wizards don't just give him up for nothing, kind of like they did with Rui Hachimura, because I do think Corey Kispert has a little bit of a higher ceiling than Rui at this point, right? That might change, who knows, but I think at this point, Corey Kispert's really that guy, and he's got a lot of value on the market. And I think if the Wizards are going to trade him, they better be trading him for some first-round picks or other good, young, prospering players in the league. I really hope they don't f*** it up by trading Corey Kispert away to a team and getting, you know, a second-round pick or two or an expiring contract in return. Like, that wouldn't make any sense to me. So hopefully the Wizards front office now with Will Dawkins and, you know, Winger are going to make the right decisions. I have a lot of faith in them so far. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But I think I still have PTSD from, you know, when Tommy Shepard was, you know, leading our team in the front office, and Ernie Grunfeld. It was just not good. And we have good young players right now, and I want to keep it that way, and I want them to continue to develop, and I want to have, you know, a sense of identity when it comes to our team going down the line. So let me know what you guys think, though. Do you think Corey Kispert is going to be a valuable piece, you know, for the Wizards? Do you think he's going to be, you know, active in, you know, trade discussions? Do you think he's going to be someone that gets moved at the deadline this year? You know, let me know what you guys think. His deal's expiring, so he's going to be a restricted free agent at the end of this year. There's a lot of different ways that this could go for Corey Kispert, and I'm hoping, you know, he remains in a Washington Wizards uniform for years to come, because he's a good dude and he's got, you know, a hell of a game. So we'll see what happens. Corey, keep doing your thing, keep improving, and keep hitting threes. Peace.